Now, I'm always one of the first to say that I'm not the biggest fan of banks, but that is from our point of view, the customer's perspective. One thing we have to give the banks is that they know how to make a lot of money and consistently too. And with that all said, you can probably guess which type of market my stock that's made my shares to buy now video in the month of May 2022 is in. But the question is, which stock is it specifically? We're going to talk about it all in this video. But first, there's something I need from you. And that's to smash the like button, share this video too, and subscribe with the notification bell on as well. So as you guys have patiently waited, I guess it's time to tell you about the stock that's made my shares to buy now video in the month of May 2022 is for a bank specifically called Close Brothers Group, with the ticker symbol CBG.L in the London Stock Exchange. And as you guys already know, with this line of industry, there's a lot of security that you can take when it comes to investing in a good bank. You can kind of see this in the share price movement, which at the start, around 2008, saw some strong years of growth up until 2015, where it's kind of flirted with exceeding the £15 per share price. Some stock analysts might argue that this must be CBG's ceiling, because they seem to have tossed and turned between the £15 to £10 price range. But the question and the most pivotal part is, what do we think of this stock? And I believe we can get a good insight into that by looking at their financials, starting with their income statement. Now, one of the first things I like to look for in this type of document is progression. What can we see in terms of growth in the net interest income? And to be frank with you guys, it's quite hard to see this because in the year 2019, it saw a higher result than the more recent year in 2020. But when you take a step back and you look at the whole spectrum of things, you can generally see some growth. And ironically, the one thing that they are actually consistent in doing is spending more money, increasing their costs and expenditures. And I kind of agree, because when you look at the net income, the amount of money that they get to keep compared to the total that's actually coming in the form of net interest income, this is actually something for them to be proud about. They're keeping 20 to 40% on average of the money that's coming in. But can we say the same about the balance sheet? And after taking a quick glance at things, I can say I'm a happy investor, people. Why? Because this is the sort of consistency I'm talking about. Year in, year out, their assets keep increasing and they consistently cover their liabilities too. This is what I expect as a bare minimum. There is just one part of this balance sheet that stands out and not in a good way, and that's the goodwill and intangible assets section. Bluntly put, this section is just not needed, guys. And even when you take it out of the balance sheet, which is really what you should do in every case whenever you look at any stock's balance sheet, it still has a strong one to boast about. It's time now to move on to the final financial document, the cash flow statement. And from just looking at the net cash from operating activities, you can tell you're going to be in for a sticky one. Why? Because some of the older years actually exceed the more recent years, when in actuality you want it to be the other way around. And it's the exact same thing, like copy and pasting, for the two sections below, in the net cash flow from investing activities and also from financing activities too. Because some years are positive, whereas other years are negative, when in general you want to see a growth in its negativity. Altogether, I think you guys can see why this stock has made my shares to buy now video in the month of May 2022. Now, I will always suggest doing more research, but ultimately the power lies in your hands, guys, to determine whether this is the stock for you. Tell me all about it down below. And whilst you're there, don't forget to like this video, share it too, and subscribe with the notification bell on as well. It's your favourite YouTuber, The London Finance, sharing my thoughts, my experiences with you guys every other Sunday at 3 PM. Have a great day, people. Bye.
Whoa.